evening, everyone. I'm Adam Reid. Great to have you with us right here at 317 Cartier West inside Dallas Bar for an on-location episode of Reid Between the Lines. Over the last decade, Spain and Germany had a bigger monopoly on soccer greatness than a Montreal construction company. Oh, but l'Emozione Juve is back, and we ask, is Juventus a pretender or a contender to capture their third European championship? We welcome to the show Daniel Lazara, James Bernicki. You two are the winners of our RBTL co-host for a day. Congratulations. I'm sure you guys are pumped to be here. Thanks for taking the time.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much. It's a great experience.
To your right is Anthony Cornelli, RBTL contributor. Good to see you. And also our soccer insider. So I'll start with you. A lot of pressure on Juventus. This is a great moment for them. They can go for the treble. Do they have what it takes to win?
Well, I don't believe we have what it takes to win. Unfortunately, I'm a big Juve fan. Grew up watching the team. But Lilian Thuram, French legend, Juventus legend, came out and said that we don't have to outpossess Barcelona. We just have to score one more goal. And I believe that if Barcelona score first, it could be a landslide, maybe 3 or 4-0. The same way Italy lost to Spain in the Euro in 2012. But if Juve can get a goal, the way we play tight in defense, the way our character is going to get us through this game, and it's going to be a tough one. But I'm not too confident about it. I'm sorry to say, as a Juve fan.
Daniel, what are some of the key points that you think in terms of this matchup? Are you looking at their defense? You look at Chiellini. You look at some of the other guys have to step up.
Bottom line, Juventus has been known for their defense for the longest time. Okay, in Serie A, they've been dominant. But when you're going against Lionel Messi, the greatest player in the world, Neymar and Suarez, all they got to do is bury one goal and the game is done. They can't come back from that.
You think there's any chance that there could be an upset here?
I mean, I think there's a chance, but I don't think it's a very good one, honestly. I would normally go with Juve because of the passion and the heart they're playing with, the character. I really buy into that, but Barcelona right now is just on fire. They're just going out of their mind, beating everyone by like multiple goals. So I can't see them getting beat, honestly.
But you take a look at the pressure, though, right? And it's so one-sided. I mean, clearly Juve is not the favorite to win this game. Sure. That could maybe play in. I mean, that could maybe be a motivational factor for the guys.
Well, it could be a motivational factor, and a lot of people are saying, well, we beat Real Madrid, but the defending champions. But you have to take one thing into consideration: Ronaldo and Messi cancel each other out, but Bale and James are not at the level of Neymar and Suarez.
That's
right
true.
now,
That's true.
The way my buddy said it, they're firing at all costs. They're firing at all cylinders. I don't think we have what it takes to keep up with that front three, because the chances that James and Bale and Ronaldo missed against Juve in the first and second leg, the front three for Barca won't miss.
But we've seen some crazy things happen in soccer. We've seen some crazy things, and they seem like they're a team of destiny. They seem like they really believe in this. They really feel they have an opportunity here.
I mean, they did pull off the upset against Real Madrid, like you said, but once again, Lionel Messi is just way too good. He's playing at a different level right now, and including the play of Suarez and Neymar. I just do not see them not burying 2 or 3 goals in this game against a strong defense.
What about the defensive core? You look at the defensive core, the way Juve has been playing. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on them, and there's a lot of talk about are they going to be able to shut these guys down. It's the greatest player on the face of the planet right now, and the way he's been playing is just surreal. Do they have an opportunity? Is there a chance here that they can really step up their game and play as a unit? Because it seems like on one side you have a team of superstars, and then you look at Juve, which seems to be a superstar team, and the way that they've been playing and believing in it, and the nation and the support. Do you think that they can step up? Do you think their defense can really step up and get this done?
Well, I mean, if anybody can do it, and if anybody can stop Barcelona, it'll be that back three of Chiellini, Bonucci, Barzagli, and Buffon. But the only difference is that we have to attack Barcelona to be able to have a chance in the game. And no one attacks Barcelona because no one can get through their front three. So if we can get through their front three and put pressure on their back line and their midfielders, we'll have a chance. But I'm doubting that high pressure they put. Barcelona's game, the minute they lose the ball, they put super high pressure, win it back, secure it, turn it around. I don't think we'll be able to get out of that pressure.
Another athlete that seems to not be able to get through to is Eugenie Bouchard. After the break, we're changing our gears. We're talking tennis. Stay with us. It's happening right here on Reid Between the Lines.
Reid Between the Lines is brought to you by Diadora. Available at diadora.com.
Welcome back to Reid Between the Lines as we broadcast from Dallas Bar located at 317 Cartier. Whether it's basketball, hockey, or pay-per-view events, it's the place to be. Between Eugenie Bouchard's recent comments about language, her early exits, and her super bad tantrums, she's become TMZ's poster girl and a PR nightmare. With so much potential and greatness within her grasp, we ask, is she a pretender or a contender to turn things around? We welcome back Daniel, James, and Anthony to the panel. Great to see you, gentlemen. Look, she's become unavailable to the media. She's only won 7 of her last 15 games. She's never been the same since Wimbledon. Is it time to panic? Did we jump on the Eugenie train a little bit too soon here?
I don't think so. I think she's still a contender. She's still young. She's still got plenty of time to improve. But I think it's the other stuff you were talking about, the media stuff, that she really needs to improve on. She's been cold and frigid and belligerent, basically, to the media. And I think she really needs to improve on that. Because if she's going to continue this bad run of form, she's going to need the local media to take care of her. Because she's a Canadian athlete, so she's not going to have...
But hold on. But in all fairness, though, in terms of style, in terms of what she's been able to do, 2015, she changed coaches, right? Left Saviano, went to Summit, tried to change her game around. 2015 hasn't been any better than 2014. And this is under a different coach. She's only won 7 of her 15 games. She hasn't shown anything that indicates that style-wise, capacity-wise, or potential-wise, she's able to turn it around. I think she's a pretender. I think the others are onto her, and I think they're figuring out her style of play.
Well, it's because you really have to think of it on a larger aspect. I mean, if you really think about it, it comes down to dedication. And if you don't have it, you don't have it. But I feel that if she really, really, really wants it, she has the talent to go all the way. But she just has to find it within herself to let go of all the negative distractions and just concentrate on her game and get better and better as the days go by.
Exactly. We've seen the talent. Like, we know she can do it. It's just a matter of working hard and focusing.
Right, but we've seen the talent in what sense, Anthony? It's a very limited amount of success that we've seen. There have been other women tennis players who have been #1 in the world and have dropped out 2 years later and haven't been in the top 100. This is maybe a lot more than her just being a flash in the pan success-wise and not being able to go back there. That's what I'm most worried about. That's why I think she's a pretender.
The reason for why I'm going to choose pretender is that most women tennis players peak between the ages of 18 and 22. Now, Eugenie's 21. She hasn't really come up to the levels of Sharapovas, the Hingises, etc. I'm not a big tennis guy, but I know a lot about stats about the tennis game. She's under 500 since Wimbledon 2014, under 500 in 2015. She's 7 of 15, the way Adam mentioned, and she's won 4 of those at the Australian Open. She hasn't won a Grand Slam title in her career. She has 1 WTA Tour. She has about $4 million in earnings. I think she should protect her look and, like Ronda Rousey, try to make some money and marketability and not worry about her tennis career anymore.
But you see, if you think of it at that point of view, you're just thinking about, you're looking at basically the statistics of what you're seeing from the past. I mean, if you look at other people in the past, yes, they all have fallen under the pressure of becoming such a superstar at a young age. But I mean, everyone's different. And I feel like really when I watch this girl, she could do some magic when she's on the court. And if
but we haven't seen that magic since the Wimbledon final. We haven't seen her step up, and we're not talking about her not playing well and making it to the semis or from time to time making the round of 8. She is not playing good at all.
She's been bounced 3 times by athletes ranked under the 100th.
And what happened in Montreal as well, where she was completely outclassed. She went to her coach and said, "Look, get me out of here." This is a lot more serious. Yeah, does she have potential?
I don't think it's time to pull the plug, though. I really don't think it's time to pull the plug. I think we should give it a couple of more years, get her training in, get the negative distractions out of there, and then we take it from there. But I mean, it's way too early to pull the plug on this one.
I think he's right. It's just a matter of negative energy, negative distractions, things like that. Maybe give her another year or two, let her get some space to grow, and then maybe make more of a decision.
Were you surprised with some of the comments she made about language and basically turned off the major supporters that basically, have given her this plateau? The WTA made her the poster girl of the organization. They promoted her. They pushed her. Giordano Morial and some other outlets have really made her bigger than a superstar, considering the rap sheet that really isn't that impressive. I mean, there's not too many championships to her name, yet she turned her back on her own language, her own people. Are you surprised by that? Were you surprised by those comments?
I think, yeah, to say the least. And again, plays into the whole media thing. She really needs, more than anything, I think more than coaching, really needs to figure out her media strategy and figure out how to behave with the media. Because if she keeps acting like this, she could be the greatest tennis player in the world and people are still going to hate her, honestly.
Well, what we need is a lot more of this, a lot more energy. Stay right there, gentlemen. After the break, we continue on right here on Reid Between the Lines. Thanks.
Reid Between the Lines is brought to you by Pizzeria Cartier, the king of pizza. Visit us online at www.pizzeriacartier.com or call us at 450-667-6332.
Reid Between the Lines is brought to you by lavalcosm.com. It's ball hockey time.
The Blackhawks have the Stanley Cup in their sights. It's been so common, it feels like we can just start copying and pasting that headline every May. If they do capture their 3rd cup in 6 years, can we consider them a dynasty? We welcome back Daniel Lazara, James Bernicki. We swapped out Anthony Canelli for this man right here, RBTL contributor David Hurley. Great to welcome you.
Glad to be back, Adam.
Since the salary cap era, 2005, it was supposed to create parity in the league. It was supposed to get rid of dynasties. Stan Bowman has done an incredible job with the Chicago Blackhawks. When you consider that the nucleus of the team is all locked in except for Patrick Sharp, can you consider them a dynasty?
Listen, they will be a dynasty, and I think they are on their way to become the dynasty. But the Chicago Blackhawks have been the worst team in the past 15 years, and that's why they accumulated. When you say that they had an opportunity to draft so well, and this is what the salary cap is supposed to stop dynasties to happen, well, they drafted so well, where other teams like Edmonton Oilers have had missed opportunities. So the Chicago Blackhawks are coming into this series against Tampa Bay, and they have an opportunity of doing something really special. And when you're led by Jonathan Toews, Captain Canada, the real Captain Serious, 2 Stanley Cups, 2 gold medals, how could you not like Chicago?
But it's not only through, in all fairness, it's not only through drafting. If you take a look at Toews and Kane being locked in and the length of their contracts, Stan Bowman has done a great job.
Patrick Kane was the first overall pick, though.
Fair enough, but it's still $21 million out of your $71 million cap space
Starting
that you
next
have,
year.
Starting next year. But it does not change the fact that his vision was to lock in the nucleus of these players. And you look at guys last year like Dustin Byfuglien, Andrew Ladd, they lost them through the salary cap, but somehow they found a way to keep producing a great online style.
Yeah, I truly feel like the Blackhawks are going to be a dynasty, and they are going to be the Tampa Bay Lightning this year. And because of that, it's
On
going
a side note, what do you have them in? You have them in 5 and 6?
I have them in 6.
In 6, okay.
But aside from that, I truly believe that the coach has done an amazing job of conquering such a great team over the years with the draft picks, like you mentioned, and all that, free agency as well. But when you look at, like he said, Jonathan Toews, Patrick Kane, the best scorer in the league. You have one of the best defensemen in the league, than Dustin Keith. I mean, this team is set out for greatness, and anything under that should be at this point.
Yeah, you have Marian Hossa, who was a free agent acquisition when he came in from Detroit. From Detroit. This is a guy that had lost twice in the Stanley Cup Finals before to come into Chicago. And ever since he's been in Chicago, he's been nothing but pure, I'd say, one of the best two-way forwards in the game.
And dollar for dollar,
in the
he's
playoffs.
phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Dollar for dollar,
And
he's great.
Listen, he is getting up there in age, and he's a guy that's going to be hard to move in the summertime. But he's been worth every penny of everything that they've signed him for in Chicago. And the Chicago Blackhawks are really going to put a beating on Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to find it a lot tougher playing a Western Conference team than playing in the Eastern Conference.
They don't have enough veterans ready to play in this level.
James, I want to ask you, let's play devil's advocate here. If there was an opportunity for Tampa Bay to beat Chicago, who are your go-to guys? Who are the 2 players? I mean, obviously Tyler Johnson's having an incredible series. Apart from Tyler Johnson, is Bishop going to be the key? Is this going to be a goaltending duel? Because I don't see this as a goaltending duel. I see Bishop being way superior to Crawford. I think this is all about offense, and it's been historically like that when the West faces East. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, but exactly in that you're saying you don't think it's being a goaltending battle. That's why Bishop is so key. They need him to play at the best level he possibly can to keep them from scoring goals. And on the other side, for a second player, Steven Stamkos needs to come out and show he belongs on the biggest stage, dominate the series as best he can, upstage Patrick Kane, and hopefully maybe the Lightning might win.
Do they have a chance?
No. Straight up, no. I mean, I feel like the Chicago Blackhawks offense is going to be way too powerful, and it's just going to be such a disaster for the Tampa Bay Lightning to come back from. So I feel like maybe 6, maybe even 4.
You look at the grind of the Western Conference and how hard it is. My God, it's such a big difference to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals in the West versus the East. Can fatigue play into it? I mean, they just finished a 7. I mean,
They
yes,
both went to 7 games, right?
Yeah,
So
but you're not
point-
playing teams in the West, in the East, the same way you're playing in the West.
Yeah,
It's
but
7
again,
games is 7 games.
Yeah, and you're coming off a New York Rangers team in the East that's a pretty good physical. Their top 6 D was pretty physical. And you're coming against the Chicago Blackhawks that, yes, have played some big games, but I expected the Chicago Blackhawks. I mean, earlier in the season, we had talked about the Montreal Canadiens winning the Stanley Cups. I had said that over the Chicago Blackhawks. So I knew Chicago would be here. They were tested. They've been there, and I know that they're capable of doing it all. And I think this opponent is going to be just another stepping stone for them to become that dynasty we expect.
And it's scary to think that most of their players are locked in for years to come. Gentlemen, in hockey, incredible final on tap, but the basketball, National Basketball Association final is also looking to be really good. Stay with us after the break. We're talking NBA right here on Reid Between the Lines. Don't go anywhere.
Reid Between the Lines is brought to you by Mansfield Athletic Club. Visit them at clubmansfield.ca.
Reid Between the Lines is powered by the Quebec Recreational Soccer League. Feel the rush. Visit them online at www.qrsl.ca for more information.
In win-now mode, the Cavs went all in by trading top pick Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love. But with Wiggins looking like a stud and Cleveland rolling to the finals without their best friend, was management too trigger-happy to making that trade? Welcome back, Daniel Lazara, James Bernicki, and David Hurley. All right, at first glance, looked pretty good. Now, when you take a look at how the Cavs have been playing and they're making it into the finals, are you second-guessing that trade? Who's the winner in this trade?
Definitely the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, you look at Andrew Wiggins throughout high school, and then once he hit college, he showed a lot of potential. I mean, he got drafted by the Cleveland, and then all of a sudden they go away and give him away as soon as LeBron says he wants someone else. No, you shouldn't do that. The franchise should really think about the future.
I agree with you on that aspect that they shouldn't have given away that easily. But you're going to get Kevin Love. And at the time, you're thinking Kevin Love is a guy who's going to average 21 points on your team. That secondary scoring to play with Kyrie Irving and LeBron James is going to be a major factor.
You can't
phenomenal three-pointer as well.
Absolutely. And
You can't think of 21
play,
points when you're on a team with LeBron James.
but you watch him play, and you had that idea of that's what it was going to be like. Now that we know with Kevin Love out of the lineup, LeBron James is a better player without him. The
He's
team is a
unstoppable.
better player without him. This is the LeBron James that every sports fan wanted to see. He's the guy that with 3 seconds left, instead of passing it,
He wants
he's
the ball.
shooting it.
Yeah.
And that is something we've always called out on LeBron James, and now he's doing it. And this is why I think the Cleveland Cavaliers will end their 51-year drought in Cleveland and finally get a championship in that city.
And what's also important to remember is that with Andrew Wiggins basically playing the same position as LeBron, what are they going to use him for? He's just going to be a backup wasting away on the bench. You might as well get Kevin Love in, have some more space on the floor, and get some more playing.
And I think it's also a two-way street for Andrew Wiggins because I think Wiggins needed to be in an environment where he was the go-to guy.
Exactly.
Needed that growth period. Was not going to play Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan because if you take a look at that duo, that's what he basically would end up as. Now, but looking back, if you look at the big scope of things, at the end of the day, the Cavs got LeBron. Right, and LeBron made it conditional to say, "Look, I want a superstar player." God knows, and I mean, we have no way of knowing it. We have no way of knowing how much that was predetermined and pre-planned to get a guy like Kevin Love to play in Cleveland, which would have probably been a big reason why LeBron signed with Cleveland. So I think Cleveland walks away a winner just by the simple fact of having the best basketball player.
Absolutely, and at this point, you also think Kevin Love's going to resign there. I mean, if you're Kevin Love, you're playing in Minnesota, and you're going to a championship.
No, I
caliber
disagree.
team.
I
But now you're
Very
going.
much
Now
disagree.
we know he's not going to sign there. We know he's going to go to Los Angeles. We know he's leaving. But
Well,
at
he
that
came out.
point,
But he just came out. He just came out and said that he'll start. He'll be there for the home opener.
For the home
he
opener.
did say that. But put yourself in his shoes, right? Yes, you can have championships. Yes, you can be there. But you're never the go-to guy. You're never the main reason why that happened, and you're basically playing second or third fiddle. You still want to be in that position.
but at UCLA, he wasn't the first tier guy too. He had Westbrook with him. He's never been that guy. He's always been the 1A, 1B guy. He's never been that number one macho guy.
I feel
Well,
like we're
except when
all
he was in
forgetting
Minnesota.
about
in
Tristan
Minnesota, but in
Thompson.
Minnesota, he was a team that never won.
That's true. But
So,
still,
I mean,
he was a top guy.
He was a top guy, but on a losing team. Now, if you're going to be playing in the championship caliber games every year, I don't mind being a 1B. And that's what you want from him. And in Minnesota, he was a loser. At the end of the day, that's what he was.
Fair enough.
I feel like we're all just forgetting about Tristan Thompson and the damage he's been doing on the offensive boards. I mean, if LeBron knew that Tristan Thompson wouldn't be playing at this level come playoffs, I don't think he would be begging for Kevin Love at the end of the day.
I don't think anyone knew what Tristan
No,
Thompson was
he's
going to be
definitely
playing that
been
way.
the
He
unsung
stepped
hero
up. Yeah,
for
he's
them.
been
He's definitely stepped up.
Definitely.
Looking at Andrew Wiggins and looking at what he's been able to do, Rookie of the Year, the All-Star Game's now coming to Toronto. He's going to be the poster child of the All-Star Game, minus Drake. But on a side note, how much potential has Andrew Wiggins showed you guys in terms of what he's capable of doing and what kind of guy he can be? Is he going to be in the conversation with Antonio Davis and Curry and some of the others for MVP moving
It's going to
forward?
take a few years before you
Yeah,
get
not
to
definitely
that
a few
point.
Not
years.
sure about that. Yeah, I mean, I think he'll grow into like a star player, a very strong
There's
player,
too
but I
many
don't know
great
about
athletes,
superstar, like world-changing player. But what Cleveland had to maybe think about is LeBron will retire one day, and Wiggins would have been a good replacement. So maybe once he's done losing in Minnesota, they'll bring him in. Maybe he's just a long con by Cleveland.
Well, at the end of the day, Andrew Wiggins is going to be a star in this league. Is he going to be the top star? I don't know about that. Canada's hopes are behind him. We're always going to push for it. But at the end of the day, I think there's going to be better players in his position in the league, but he'll be a top 10 player for sure.
One of the things for sure is that you guys are definitely in our top 10. Thanks for taking the time. You guys were the first time on our show. Really appreciate it. Congratulations on winning this competition. Maybe just sum up, your experience with us and how it's been on Reid Between the Lines and the people supporting you and
It's been
all
a
that fun stuff.
great experience coming here, meeting you, meeting everyone else a part of this team. It's a great environment to be around. I want to thank everyone for helping me out to get to this point. And of course, It's always great to be on television.
There you go.
I
James.
mean, this has been so much fun. It's been such a great experience to work with you guys, great people. Have a lot of fun doing this show. And yeah, I want to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity, and everyone back at home who voted for me. This is such a great time.
Well, you guys definitely delivered the goods. Thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Stay with us after the break. My rant is up next. You don't want to miss it.
Read Between the Lines is brought to you by enconfiance.ca. Find your dream home. Read Between the Lines is brought to you by tilmar.ca. Innovative designs in the ceramic industry.
Social media is a marvel, isn't it? It's given us an outlet to connect with people around the globe, raise breast cancer awareness, and more importantly, it's given us a platform to post a pic of that heart attack and the bun you're about to eat. See, if you put down your pint and you read between the lines, you'll see that it softens sports. Turn it into one big group hug, and I have a problem with that. Maybe I've had one too many, but I've always been drawn to sports regardless of the sport because of the cutthroat nature, the clash of wills where pleasantries amongst opponents were unimaginable. Think of a young Michael Jordan cutting his teeth against the bad boy Pistons gauntlet of pain. There were no friends when they took the court. Take the timeless rivalry between the Quebec Nordiques and our Habs, beating the snot out of each other as they battle for the pride of the province. What do we have now? What have we devolved to now? We have LeBron James chilling with Chris Paul and Carmelo Anthony like it's no biggie. We have quarterbacks Drew Brees, Andy Dalton, and Tom Brady packing their bags and going off to quarterback camp together. More recently, we have Steph Curry trotting out his 2-year-old daughter Riley Curry for a cutie-wootie post-game press conference. Oh. The result? Rivalries have been replaced by rosiness antagonism with affection and bad blood with BFFs. I mean, have we forgotten about what sport is all about? It's a win or get wasted attitude. It's zero sum. Sports are natural selection at its finest. That's all becoming extinct. It's a shame. So let's all raise our glasses. Here's to drinks, pretty women, and a return to sports as it should be. On behalf of the entire team and Dallas Sports Bar, I'm Adam Reid. Thanks for being here.
RBTL road trips are fueled by Avis Budget Hotel 10. Cars or trucks, we strive to exceed your expectations. Every time. Pass by to see us at 2112 Saint Laurent, Corner Sherbrooke, or call us for the guaranteed lowest prices at 514-798-7317. Adam Reid's wardrobe is courtesy of Club Uomo, available at clubuomo.com. Salon services powered by Glam Atelier, La Maison de Beauté. Guests of Read Between the Lines stay at Hotel 01, located in the heart of the show and entertainment district. Limousine services provided by AmbianceLimousines.com, Montreal's premier limo company. Read Between the Lines is brought to you by Mansfield Athletic Club, the ultimate fitness center in the heart of downtown Montreal and Quartier d'Istrante. Achieve the results you deserve and visit them at clubmansfield.ca.